Okay, now in this video, we're going to learn about discounting promissory note. So previously, we already learned about promissory note and bank discount. So in this topic, discounting promissory note, we still need to apply concept promissory note and bank discount. Okay, now let's look at what is discounting promissory note. So remember, promissory note is a debt instrument, normally in short-term basis. Okay, so promissory note can be sold to the third parties. So normally the third party is bank before its maturity date if the holder is in need of cash. Okay, so keyword for discounting promissory note here is sold. Okay, so promissory note can be sold to the third party before its maturity date if the holder is in need of cash. So it must be before maturity date. Okay, selling the note to the bank is called discounting the note. Okay, so when you sell it to the bank, so the one we call it discounting the promissory note. Okay, so the date the note is discounted, okay, is called the discounted date or discount date. Okay, when you sell the note on which date, so that date we call it as discount date. Okay, later I show you with timeline. Amount received on the date of discounting is called the proceeds. Okay, so again, proceeds here, this concept is still the same if proceeds in bank discount. Okay, now let's look at how we can find the proceeds. Okay, so as usual, find the maturity value first. Okay, maturity value is value S. So how we find value S? We use formula S equal to P1 plus RP. So for non-bearing interest means that there is no interest. So R equal to 0%. So if R equal to 0%, S will be equivalent to P. Okay, so the face value or the principal. Okay, then you need to find the amount of bank discount. So again, amount of bank discount D equal to SDT. So again, in bank discount, how much we borrow equivalent to how much we pay back, right? So in bank discount, face value is actually equivalent to value S. Okay, so in bank discount, normally we don't write P, we write S. Okay, because amount that we borrow also equivalent to amount that we pay back. So D equal to SDT. S is the maturity value, D is the discount rate, and T is the number of days between the discounted date and the maturity date. Okay, so the one we call it as discount period. Okay, then we find the proceeds. So how to find proceeds? Proceeds equal to S minus D. Okay, so similar to previous topic. Okay, but now you will sell the note before the maturity date. Okay, now let's look at this timeline. Okay, on the beginning we have date of note. So on date of note, so the value must be P, which is face value. Okay, so at the end of certain period here, the date we call it as maturity date. Okay, and the value at the end of certain date here is value S, which is maturity value. Okay, now we learn about discounting promissory note. So what is discounting promissory note just now? Means that we sell the note to the bank, okay, or to the third party. So when we sell it to the bank, that one we call it as discounting the note. Okay, and it must be before the maturity date. Okay, now let's look at this timeline. So here is the maturity date. Okay, so when you want to sell the note, it must be before the maturity date. Means that somewhere around here. Okay, when you want to sell the note. Okay, let's say here I put discount date is on 3rd September. Maturity date is on 29 September. So 3rd September is before 29 September. Okay, so remember, when you want to discount the note, you cannot sell it after maturity date. You cannot sell it at here. Okay, must be before maturity date. So date that we sell the note here, we call it as discount date. Okay. So value that you will receive on the discounted date, we call it as proceeds. Okay. So if based on this diagram or this timeline, okay, so if there is an interest, P should be less than proceeds. Okay, this one to check your answer later on. And value proceeds should be less than S. Okay, maturity value. Or the other way, value S must be more than proceeds. And proceeds must be more than face value. Okay, for example, if you borrow 1,000 at certain period, I mean that at the end of certain period, you need to pay more than 1,000. Why more? Because there is an interest. Okay, for example, you pay 2,500. Okay, before maturity date here, okay, you are in need of cash. You want capital, for example, for your business. Okay, so you can sell the note to the bank to get some money. Okay, in order to run your business. Okay, example here on 3rd September, you sell the notes to the bank in order to get money, more money. Okay, amount that you receive here, we call it as proceeds. Okay, example, let's say amount that you receive after you sell the note. Okay, let's say here you get 1,800. Okay, so for topic discounting promissory note, so when every time you calculate face value, proceeds, and maturity value, so value P must be less than proceeds, and proceeds must be less than S. Okay, and otherwise. Okay, now let's look at the term, about the term. Okay, so from date of note here, okay, until maturity date, this one, the term or the time period, we call it as term of note. Okay, from here, date of note until maturity date, we call it as term of note. Okay, and promissory note, remember we use simple interest rate. Okay, so any calculation involved from date of note until maturity date, you must use simple interest. Okay. Okay, now look at on 3rd September here. When you sell the note, okay, you discount the note. Okay, look at this time. From discount date, okay, from discount date to maturity date, here, from discount date to maturity date, okay, this time period we call it as discount period. Okay, so discount period, so rate that we use will be bank discount rate. Okay, so this one is simple interest rate. So this one is bank discount rate. So I put here bank discount rate. And here is simple interest rate. Okay. Okay, example, term of note is 100 days. Okay, discount period 25 days. From date of note until maturity date 100 days. So if discount period is 25 days, so within this time period, we have 75 days. How we get 75 days? 100 minus 25. Okay, then you get 75 days. Okay, 75 plus 25, so total is 100 days. This 75 days is number of days we kept the note or you hold the note. Okay, number of days we kept the note. So meaning to say that on 20th June, you sign a promissory note. Okay, you kept it for 75 days. Okay, after 75 days, suddenly you need more cash. Okay, then what you do, you sell the note to the bank. Okay, in order to get more money. Okay, so when you sell it to the bank, That one we call it as discounting the promissory note. Okay, so amount that you will receive here is value proceeds. Okay, value that you receive here we call it as proceeds. So after you discount the note, okay, from the discount date to maturity date, that period we call it as discount period. Okay, from beginning date of note until maturity date, that one we call it as term of note. So here 75 days we call it as number of days we kept the note. Okay. Okay, so remember after this, when you use formula, okay, we have formula I equal to PRT. Second one, S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, this one under promissory note. So if under bank discount, we have formula. Bank discount formula, first formula D equal to SDT. And then we have formula proceeds. Proceeds equal to S1 minus DT. Okay, look at the T, the term. Okay, term here referring to the time period, number of days. Okay, if I equals to PRT, S equal to P1 plus RT. So here you have simple interest rate. So T here must be number of days from date of note until maturity date. Okay, means that for term of note. So in these two formulas, value T is actually 100 divided by 360. Okay, so discounting promissory note, we still apply concept bankers rule. Okay, so if you use formula RT got simple interest rate, T here must be from date of note, number of days from date of note until maturity date. Okay, okay, now look at formula under bank discount. SDT and proceeds equal to S1 minus DT. Okay, D is discount rate. Okay, so T here how many days? Okay, so this one you need to refer to discount period. So discount period from discounted date to maturity date. So means that from this diagram it is equivalent to 25 days. Okay, so here in this case T equal to 25 divided by 360. Okay, so be careful with value T and for topic discounting promissory note. Okay, so I repeat. So R simple interest rate, the T number of days must be from date of note until maturity date. And for formulas with DT here, discount rate, the term here must referring to discount period. Okay, means that number of days from discount date until maturity date. Okay, after this we will look at some examples. Okay, now let's look at exercise 10. JJ's company had non-bearing interest 3,500 note date 16 January 2009. Okay, non-bearing interest means that there is no interest. So when there is no interest, value S will be equivalent to value P. Okay. The term of the note was 120 days. On 29 March 2019, the note was discounted at 12%. Okay, the note was discounted. So meaning to say that this is under topic discounting promissory note. Okay, or another keyword that you can use or you can refer is the note was sold at. Okay, so this one to refer discounting promissory note. Okay, find the proceeds of the company. Okay, for topic discounting promissory note, to issue, you draw the timeline. Okay, you draw a line like this and then you put the respective value. So here we know that here must be date of note. Okay, so given here, date of note is on 16 January 2019. So for date of note value, the respective value should be face value, which is value P. Okay, so P here is 3,500. So at the end here, date we call it as maturity date. Okay. From question here, there is no maturity date given. Okay, so you leave it first. Okay, then we know that respective value here must be value S. Okay, so since there is no interest, so no interest are equal to 0%. So value S also equivalent to value P, which is 3,500. Okay, what else we have here? The term of the note was 120 days. Term of note, as I said before this, term of note must be from date of note until maturity date. Okay, so here will be 120 days. 120 days. Okay, from date of note until maturity date. Okay, on 29 March 2019, the note was discounted. So again, when we want to sell the note or we want to discount the note, it must be before maturity date. Okay, means that somewhere around here. But it must be before maturity date. Okay, let's say I put somewhere around here. Okay. So this one you discount the note, so the date will be discounted date. So discounted date 29 March 2019. So value that you receive here, we call it as proceeds. Okay. Okay, find the proceeds of the company. So how to find proceeds of the company? Look at what are the information that you have. So far we have principal or face value. Also value S, also equivalent to face value since there is no interest, and value T. Okay, so now we want to find proceeds. So which formula? Okay, you write formula proceeds first. Proceeds equal to S minus D. Okay, check. We want to find proceeds. We have S but we don't have D. Okay. Or if you use second formula of proceeds, if you expand or if you substitute value D equal to SDT, proceeds equal to S1 minus DT. Okay, check each value. So we have value S here. Okay, D, we don't have info about D, right? Discount rate, discount rate here is 12%. So here you put 12%. Okay, so discount rate must be between discounted date and maturity date. Okay, so discount date must be somewhere around here. So from 29 March until maturity date, this one we call it as discount period. Okay, so here until the maturity date, discount period. Okay, so we have value D. Okay, how about T? Okay, so remember, topic, be careful with formula with RT and DT in it. Okay, for example, here DT. So T here, T regarding D multiplied by T. So T here must be number of days from discounted date until maturity date. Means that the discount period. Okay, so in this case, we know that term of the note is 120 days. Okay, from 16 January until when here is 120 days. Okay, so how to find discount period? Based on this diagram or this timeline, okay, so if you have maturity date here, then you can calculate number of days from 29 March until maturity date. But now we don't have maturity date. So what you can do is calculate number of days from 16 January until 29 March. Okay, means that how long you kept the note. Okay, once you get number of days here, So 120 minus number of days here, and then you will get the discount period. Okay, so now let's calculate number of days from 16 January until 29 March. January, February, March. Okay, so use Banker's rule, which is in this case we need to use exact number of days. So January we have 31 days minus, so we start on 16, so minus 16. Okay, so we have another 15 days left in January. So February, how about February? February, look at now, year 2019. 2019 is non-leap year. Okay, so again I repeat 2019, how to determine leap or non-leap year. 2019 divided by 4, we get remainder 0.75 here. So this one to indicate non-leap year. Okay, so non-leap year, February will be equivalent to 28 days. Okay, March here until 29 March. Okay, now we want to calculate number of days from 16 January until 29 March. Okay, in order to determine number of days here, how long we keep the note. Okay, so if we total up here, 15 plus 28 plus 29 equivalent to 72 days. So T here, how long we keep the note? 72 days. So once we know here is 72 days, so the discount period will be 120. So from 16 January until the end here is 120. So between these two dates is 72 days. So the discount period will be, so T is 120 minus 72 days, which is equivalent to 48 days. Okay, now we can use formula proceeds equal to S multiplied by 1 minus dt. Proceeds equal to S1 minus dt. So S 3500, 1 minus D, discount rate 0.12, and T remember dt here must be referring to discount period, which is 48 days divided by 360. So be careful with these numbers, okay? Don't mistakenly take T equal to 120 or T equal to 72. So remember dt, T here referring to discount period. So proceeds here equivalent to RM 3444. Okay, so value proceeds must be less than value S. This one is 3500 only. Okay, let's say if there is another question ask you about amount of bank discount. Amount of bank discount will be, let's say I put here amount of bank discount, sorry, D. D equal to SDT. Or you also can use this formula. Okay, you rearrange formula number 1 here. So D equal to proceeds equal to S minus D. So make D as the subject. So D will be equivalent to negative D equal to proceeds minus S. So D equal to S minus proceeds. Okay, so in this case, if question asks you about amount of bank discount equal to 3500 minus 3444, which is RM 56 ringgit. Okay, so just now you borrow 3500 with no interest. Means that after 120 days you still need to pay for 3500 ringgit, right? Okay, but now You already sell the note here on 29 March. Instead of you pay full 3,500 ringgit here, you get discount of 56 ringgit. Okay, you get discount 56 ringgit. So on the date that you discount the note, you only receive 3,444 ringgit. Okay, so that is discounting promissory note. So for topic discounting promissory note, I advise you, okay, you extract the information to timeline like this. So that easy for you to write the respective values. Okay, now let's look at number 2. Iskandar had a 120-day, 8% simple interest bearing 5,000 ringgit. So note that value stated on promissory note is a face value. The maturity date of the note was 15 July 2019. On 4th May 2019, Iskandar discounted the note at 9%. Okay, so here discounted the note means that here will be under topic discounting promissory note. Okay, so as I said before, to ease you, you extract the info and then you put in a timeline. Okay, here must be date of note. Okay, so is there any date of note given here? So 15 July is maturity date. So there is no date of the note. So we need to find date of note in question A. Okay, Iskandar had 120 days. So means that 120 days is term of the note. Okay, from the date of note until until maturity date. So here T equal to 120. Okay, from date of note until maturity date. So here must be value P, face value 5,000. 8% simple interest. So R equal to 8%. On 4th May, Iskandar discounted the note at 9%. So discounting date must be before maturity date. So here discounted date 4th May 2019. So maturity date here is 15 July. Okay, value here must be value S. Okay, so now we still don't have value S. Okay, what else? Discount rate. So discount rate here, D is 9%. Okay, find the date of the note. Okay, so date of note here. So we know that term of note is 120 days. So when is the date of the note? So now we need to work backward. Okay, so from 15 July, so if we work backward, 120 days, so when is the date? So we start with July here, July. So before July is June. Now we work backward. May, April, March. Okay, let's say I stop until March. And we know that the term of note, or when you calculate this one, total must be 120 days. Okay, July, maturity date here, 15 July. So we have 15 days in July. June 30, okay, so use banker's rule, which is you need to use exact time. May 31, April is 30, March is 31. Okay, try calculate this one up to March. How many days? 15 plus 30 plus 61 plus 31. 137. So this one already more than 137, right? So you need to adjust on March. So minus 31. Minus 31 means that you exclude March first. So July until April here will be 106 days. So here up to here 106 days. So here we need another 120 minus 106 will be another 14 days. Okay. So now we work backward. So for March, okay, now we come from right here, right to left. Okay. So let's say here is 31st March. Okay. So we need 14 days more. Okay. So 31st March here, you go backward for 14 days. So when is the date here? Okay. So what you can do is, okay, delete this first. So March we have 31 days here. So we need another 14 days. So minus 14. Okay. So 31 minus 14 will be 17. So the date is 17 March. Okay. So date of note. Date of note 17 March 2019. Okay, we work backward. Okay, B maturity value of the note. So means that value S. So S equal to P1 plus RT. So S equal to face value just now equal to 5,000. Okay, P1 plus RT. So if RT, T value T here must be term of note. Okay, from date of note until maturity date here. So date of note here, just now we get 17 March. Okay, so RT use this one. Okay, so T equal to 120. 5,000 multiply 1 plus 0.08. T is 120. Banker's rule divided by 360. So value S must be more than value P. So here maturity value is 5,133 ringgit 33 cents. Okay. So S here RM 5133.33. Okay, so value S must be more than value P, and if you receive proceeds here, value proceeds must be more than P, and proceeds also must be less than value S. Okay, look at question C. Find the amount of bank discount. So amount of bank discount is D equal to SDT. So D equal to S just now in B we get what? 5133.33. Discount rate just now is, okay, now look at here is RT. Here is DT. So RT here. T you must take the term of note which is 120. If DT, T here referring to discount period. Okay. So discount period is from 4th May until 15 July. So how many days here? So we need to calculate number of days from 4th May until 15 July, which is the discount period. Okay, we calculate the discount period May, June, July. So May we have 31 days. So discounted date on 4th. So minus 4 will be 27 days more left in May. June we have 30 days. July here up to 15. Okay, so number of days here 27 plus 30 plus 15 equal to 72 days. So discount period here is 72 days. Okay, so once we get the discount period 72 days, we can find how many days we kept the note or Iskandar kept the note. Okay, so how? 120 minus 72, we will get 48 days. So here is 48 days. Okay, here are T, here DT, so T here you use 72 days. So D just now 9% and T, remember DT, T here discount period, just now 72 days. And then divided by 360. So what is the amount of bank discount? So if you calculate this one, 72 over 360, multiply 9%, multiply by 5133.33. So you will get RM 92 ringgit 40 cents. Okay. Okay, then D, find the proceeds of the note. Okay, so since we have value S and value D, so simply proceeds equal to S minus D. Okay, if you want to use formula proceeds equal to S multiply 1 minus dt also, no problem. Okay, but your working will be longer as compared to you use S minus D. Okay, because this formula originally comes from this formula. So S just now 5133.33 minus bank discount 92 ringgit 40 cents. So proceeds equal to 5133.33 minus 92 ringgit 40 cents. 5,040 ringgit and 93 cents. Yes, again, when you calculate proceeds, the value must be less than S and the value must be more than P, okay, face value. So the amount that you will receive here on 4th May, proceeds equal to 5040.93. Okay, so check. Proceeds less than S and proceeds also more than P. Okay, E, simple interest rate. Simple interest rate means that value R. Okay, that is equivalent. So the keyword here, equivalent to the bank discount rate. Okay, so simple interest rate that is equivalent to bank discount rate is given by R equal to D divided by 1 minus dt. So here we want to find simple interest rate which is differ from bank discount rate that will give the same value as face value. So D just now 9% divided by 1 minus dt. So again dt, T referring to discount period. So just now discount period is 72 days. So if we calculate this one, we will get 72 over 360 multiply 9%. 1 minus answer, that 1. And then 9% divided by answer. 0.0916. Okay, so round off to 4 decimal point only. 0.0916. 0.0916. Then multiply by 100. Expressed in percentage. So it is 9.16%. Okay. So given just now, interest rate just now is 8%. Bank discount rate is 9%. Okay. These two different rates will not give the same amount of face value. Okay. But if discount rate 9%, and just now we calculate simple interest rate that is equivalent to bank discount rate, which is 9% just now. Okay, given in question, discount rate is 9%. Okay, so with this interest rate 9.16%, it will give the same amount of face value. Okay, but 8% just now will not give the same amount of face value. Okay, these two different interest rate, although it is slightly different, okay, but still different, it will give the same amount of face value. Okay, so that is meant by simple interest rate that is equivalent to the bank discount rate. Okay, now let's look at number 3. A 90-day note date 4th October 2011 with face value of 3,750 carries a simple interest rate of 6%. The note was discounted at 8% and the proceeds received amounted to 3,764 ringgit 50 cents. Okay, as usual, first extract the info given to this timeline. So date of note here, so here must be date of note, which is 4th October 2011. So respective value here is face value, which is 3,750. Okay, what else? A 90-day note. The term of note here is 90 days. Okay, so term of note must be from date of note until maturity date. So when is the maturity date? Okay, so from this question, the maturity date is not given. Okay, we know that the rate of simple interest is 6%. So here are 0.06. Okay, what else? The note was discounted at 8%. So 8% is discount rate. Okay. So when we discount the note, it must be before maturity date. Okay, let's say I put somewhere around here. So amount that we will receive here is value proceeds. So which is 3764.5. So we have discounted date? Okay, no discounted date given. So here also we do not know what is the discounted date. And we know that the discount rate D here is 8%. Okay, so that is the information that we have. Okay, A, find the maturity date. So when is the maturity date? Okay, so how to find? So we need to calculate number of days from 4th October until when is 90 days. Okay, so here we start with October, November, December. So here is 2011. Okay, October we have 31 days minus the date of note just now 4th October, so minus 4 days here will be another 27 days left in October. November we have 30 days, and then December 31 days, right? So if we calculate this one already, 30, 61, 61 plus 27 is 88. So up to here already 88 days, right? So we know that term of note total must be equivalent to 90 days. So how many days more? After December will be January. So here is 2012. Okay, 90 minus 88 will be another 12 days. 2 days. So here will be another 2 days. Okay, so the maturity date will be on 2nd January 2012. 2nd January 2012. So here 2nd January 2012. Okay, B, maturity value of the note. So maturity value S. Okay, which formula? Okay, first write down the formula. S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, check each value. So we have P, we have R, and we also have value T. Let's check again. Do we have PRT here? So we have P, we have R, and we have T. Then we can use formula S equal to P1 plus RT. So here S equal to P1 plus RT. P just now how many thousand? 3750. So remember RT, T must be equal to 90 days here. How many percent just now? 6%. Okay, calculate this one, we will get, so your answer must be more than 3750. So the answer will be RM 3806.25. Okay, so again, S must be more than P. Okay, C, term of discount. Okay, I put here S equal to 3806.25. Okay, term of discount is from discounted date until maturity date. Okay, so here how many days? So this is discount term. So how many days? Okay, how to find this discount term, number of days? Okay, since we do not know when is the discounted date, so how to find number of days from here until 2nd January, right? Okay, but now we have info about proceeds. Okay, so we know that how to find proceeds. Okay, so proceeds equal to S minus D. Or the other formula, proceeds equal to S multiplied by 1 minus dt. So remember, we want to find value t here. How many days? Okay. Okay, if you look at this one, this formula, okay, check. We have value proceeds. We have value S in question B just now. We have discount term, discount rate, which is 8% here. And then we want to find T, right? Okay, so we can use this formula in order to find value T here, the discount term. Okay, use this info, proceeds. Okay, so that's how you think how or which formula you need to use. Look at the info given. So use formula proceeds equal to S multiplied by 1 minus dt. So proceeds just now 3764.5. S just now 3806.25 multiplied by 1 minus d just now is 8%. Okay, T, we want to find T, right? How many days? So T must be in here. So don't forget divided by 360. Or if you don't want to divide by 360 here, make sure at the end later on you multiply it by 360. Okay, now make T as the subject. So move these values first. Instead of some of you expand this part. Okay, so to ease you move value S to left hand side. So multiply, you bring to left hand side, now become divide. So on right hand side here you have 1 minus 0.08t divided by 360. So on left hand side here, what is the value? 3764.5 divided by 3806.25. So if you don't want to write in decimal point, if you want to write in fraction also, no problem. So in this case, cannot be converted into fraction. Okay, so you just write up to 4 decimal point. So 0.9890. Okay, bring positive 1 here to left hand side. So positive to left hand side minus. So on right hand side, you left with negative 0.08t divided by 360. Okay, 0.989 minus 1 equal to negative 0.011. Okay, make T as the subject. So divided by 360, you bring to left hand side, multiply by 360, multiply here, bring to left hand side now, become divide. So divided by negative 0.08. Then you get value T. Okay. So negative divided by negative is positive. So T equivalent to how many days here? 0.011 times 360 divided by 0.08. So negative divided by negative is positive. 49.5 days. Okay, since T is number of days, okay, number of days cannot be in decimal point, right? So logically, you round off this one to nearest whole number, which is 50 days. Okay, why you get something like this? Because just now you already do some adjustment here. Okay, so if you take long decimal point, maybe your answer will be exactly 50 days. Okay, next question, the discount date. So when is the discount date? So we know that here is 50 days. So now work backward. 2nd January here, backward 50 days. When is the date? This now January, this is 2012 right now, backward. So backward here will be 2011. December and then November. So January just now 2 days, December 31 days. So total we want 50 days only, okay? So this one already 33 days. So we need another 50 minus 33 is another 17 days, okay? So November, now backward, since backward, November we have 30 days minus 17. So the date will be on 13 November. So the discount date is 13 November 2011. Okay. So here discount date here is 13 November 2011. Okay. So if you look at this timeline, the values must be correct and logic. Okay. P must be less than proceeds, correct, and proceeds must be less than maturity value here. Okay, correct. So sorry, this one is 2011. Okay. So October, November, and then January 2012. Okay, so it must be logic. So here just now I put 2011. 11. Okay. So remember, for topic discounting promissory note, to issue you draw this timeline. Okay, then you put the respective values at the correct place. Then it will help you to answer the rest of the questions.